Namaste. Good morning, Nepal, and everybody watching us live now. I'm back here, and I'm feeling excited that we got very exciting visa approvals for US for most of the universities. Typically, the popular ones, like you have seen on my screen today, our special guest for the live event, the beginning of the month. It's first September here in the United States. That's where I'm working from. I'm actually in San Francisco, and then looking after the global businesses for Bradford, and of course EAZ. And I have got my very special guest here, Mr. Jackson Subedi, who is the international recruiter for University of Bridgeport, US, and also he looks after some universities like University of Nebraska Kearny, where you see many students Nepalese attracted to, as you see many visas approved for UNK insert, and of course University of Bridgeport has got many visa approvals this fall. So we got to hear a lot about this university, the entry requirements, scholarship, so many things. By the way, they are right in Connecticut, and then they have got so many programs to apply for. And yes, no GRE GMAT required. So let's welcome without any delay here, Mr. Jackson. Welcome to the show.
Hi, namaste. So thank you very much, Pawan, for inviting me today. I'm very excited to start for this spring 2022 intake. I know that it's going to be very, very big this time. So fall was also big, but we started very late as it was locked down in many parts of the countries in South Asia. So now this time it's all open, and we anticipate very good visa rate this time for spring 2022, and I'm excited.
Absolutely. So are we. We got, dear viewers, if you have just joined us, yes, you're going to have this event very exciting because we have exciting news to share with you. Yes, this is the time for the US. We have this new slogan for our company, Bradford Global, and because we have so many students who have got visas this August 2021, that too with scholarships. So we can offer the university that fits in, according to your budget. We always profile you with the best university, that you are, actually fit into. I mean, we don't like go by the choice of ours. Rather, we go by the choice of yours. But of course, your profile should help. All right. So uh, we at Bradford Global are very dedicated counselors, all the team that you'll find, like your friends. We make your application on your behalf, or we guide you on that. And definitely, we offer so many options as the programs, the universities, the colleges here across the United States. By the way, we have more than 250 uh, universities, our partner universities, to apply with. So you could be choosing any of them. All right. So one of them, the best among the best list we got, the University of Bridgeport. All right. And yes, Mr. Jackson, can you tell me, this fall, like I just announced, I know, how many visas issued for your university. If you could tell me, how many visas, and how do you find the students from Nepal as you hit 22 other countries? Uh,
Mhm.
so what is your experience and results so far?
Yeah, as you know, Pawan, we have more than 1,200 international students in University of Bridgeport. But let's not talk about South America, or let's not talk about Africa, but let's talk about South Asia, where we are in. So in this South Asia region, we got for fall, we started very late, but we got nearly about 250 visas.
Wow.
So that is huge. So we didn't anticipate that. We anticipated around 100 visas, but at the end, it was so quick. Lots of visas from India, from Bangladesh, from Nepal, and from other South Asian countries. There were lots of visa coming in the last minute. So there were interviews which lasted just 2 minutes. Where are you going? University of Bridgeport. Okay, who's your sponsor or your parents? Okay, congratulations. Here's a visa. So it was that simple. So why? Because I want to point this out. It's because of the reputation of University of Bridgeport. right?
Mhm.
They already know what kind of university it is. And if you go there with, let's say, $15,000 scholarship, $20,000 scholarship, which is maximum that we provide, when they look at your I-20, they see $20,000 scholarship, straight away the visa will be granted. Now,
Mhm.
if you answer something wrong, then only there will be chance of your visa rejection. Otherwise, University of Bridgeport, it's visa granted.
Hmm. Absolutely. Dear viewers, if you have just joined us, this is all about studying in the US and picking the right university. And yes, we have our special guest for this show today, Mr. Jackson from University of Bridgeport. And yes, you can, you may ask any question regarding your application process to the university. Any programs of your choice at the university, they offer both undergrad and graduate programs. And definitely, we're gonna hear a lot about those programs. We are actually like going to do the presentation. Mr. Jackson will be like doing a short presentation as well. In the meantime, you could like ask us any question, right? This is mainly for helping you in getting the right information. And we at Bradford are very focused on your right to the information, and we always plan the best for you, as we are in the market for 15 plus years. With all the successes like your seniors, and now like yourself, and could be your junior. So this is all about giving you the perfect scenario of this situation, like the visa scenario I mean to talk about, and of course the processes, the steps to follow about getting the right universities, right programs, the scholarship and all, and of course the visa guidelines. All right, so please stay tuned in, and you're going to find it much worth. Myself, the managing director of Bradford here in California, together with my team in Nepal, would like to welcome you once again. Please feel free to ask your question. Jackson, if you could talk about of course, you're gonna do a slide presentation. Before that, like, what would you think the students, the international students, have chosen University of Bridgeport for?
Okay, so basically, University of Bridgeport is not one of the very affordable. I would say it's not very affordable, but for deserving students, like we are very selective, and we select only those students who deserve to be at University of Bridgeport. So if you qualify for admission with good scholarship, then you will see yourself coming to University of Bridgeport this spring 2022. So we are very selective. We want your course to match your career aspirations to match, right? So if you have done science, you may take the science course like computer science, health science, or other science course that we have. If you are good at engineering, then we have very good engineering campus in New England region, and we are the top in the state of Connecticut. So if you're thinking about engineering, straight away University of Bridgeport. If you are thinking about criminal justice and human security, that's one course which is getting very, very popular in this South Asian region. So if it's criminal justice, yes, we have that course for you. If not, let's say if you come from a management background, you have done BBA or BBS, which is very, very popular in Nepal. So you can take technology management as a course. So you also have a chance to go to a management course, which also have possibility of getting to IT, which is very popular in USA. So
Mhm.
those are the courses. In my presentation, I will be telling you about more courses. So the thing is, your choice of course should match with what you have as your aim in life, right? So if you want to come back to Nepal and do business, then you have to go for a business course. If you want to become an IT professional, then you have to go for an IT course, right? So that's the main thing that we look at, and also GPA should be good enough. So we only accept students more than 3.0 GPA, so that we can give as much scholarship as we want. So we want good students. And IELTS, PTE, Duolingo, we accept all of these test scores. And for master's program, GRE, GMAT is optional. So it's case by case. So we do not focus more on GRE, GMAT. If you have good GPA already, you can get that waived off. So those are the reasons why people choose University of Bridgeport and get very successful with it.
Absolutely, I cannot agree with you more. As the result shows, 240 visas approved this fall intake. solely for University of Bridgeport, that means that's a lot in compared to many other U.S. universities that we work with. And yes, you are the winner in the international market, thanks to your great advising activities and advising process to all the aspiring students, including from Nepal and 21 other countries in Asia that you lead to. All right. So, dear viewers, like you've been watching us live now, we have Mr. Jackson from University of Bridgeport, which is very close to New York, even Boston, and you will have a great experience as international student when you are studying at the university itself. All right. So we will be expecting Mr. Jackson to share with us his presentation. It will be a short and very, informative presentation, I believe. And in the meantime, I'll be talking about our company, Bradford, which is a synonym to U.S. education processing and guidance for international students and mainly for Nepalese students. And we've been in this business for 15 years now. And yeah, we are very proud to represent so many universities and offering the best services to our students and clients and all the stakeholders, including the institution that we partner with. Yes, like I'm popping up on the screen, we have the October intake, which starts on the 18th or like third week of October for many universities that we represent. You might find it hard to get into, but coming to Bradford, you would find it a lot easier. Okay, we are even processing the I-20 in a week time. All right, so please feel free to come and ask us. We'll be happy to help you with, okay, all this I-20 processing as well as visa guidance and all. All right. Thank you for that. Mr. Jackson, if you could share your screen on that, I mean, your presentation here.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Yep, I hope it should be visible now.
Yep. And dear viewers, please feel free to ask us any question now. And this is all about, your opportunity to get into the U.S. education system, know-how, and like so many the information about the interview requirements, the programs, all the eligibility you have. So this is all about this. But you'll definitely find more with University of Bridgeport here. And while I'm authorizing that, I'd like more viewers to join us. And in the meantime, I want to play a short video about Bradford's 2020, like early 2020. That is February 2020. Exhibition, North America exhibition at Everest Hall. Yes, so that was about our last event because of this COVID. Due to the COVID, like we are not able to organize those events, those physical events recently, as you all know, the challenges. But soon we hope that things will get better, and then we'll have that opportunity. But yes, we are open every day, even on Saturday half day. Please feel free to come visit us and meet with your counselor and get to know more about your options in the United States about your further studies. All right, Mr. Jackson, I got your slide here, and dear viewers, please feel free to ask your questions here regarding anything about University of Bridgeport as you hear. And yes, we try to make it short and sweet program. So for next 15-20 minutes, please stay with us. There you go, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, so University of Bridgeport, let me go. It will be a very short presentation. I will not go through each and every detail here, but I will tell you the main difference. So let's see here. It's in Bridgeport City. Bridgeport is the largest populated city in the state of Connecticut. As you can see, we are very close to New York. So New York is just 1 hour and 20 minutes drive away from Bridgeport City. That means you will have access to New York in the weekends. You can go, and then even in holidays, if you want to hang up with your friends in New York, it's very nearby, right? So that's very important. And also the location where we are in, we are close to the sea, right? We are close. We are also connected to 400-acre green park. So that means you get to play with water. You get to be in the green, right, in the green park, and also you are very close to New York City. So now this location where we are in, from New York City to Bridgeport, it is called let's say the Gold Coast of the US. Why? Because you'll find lots of big companies and big business houses situated from New York to Bridgeport. As you know, multinational companies, they would like to call themselves as headquartered in New York. That means they have their offices from New York to Bridgeport area. You can see the aerial view of our campus. It's so beautiful that as you can see the aerial view, you can see the water, you can see the green park, and you can see the main administrative building at the center. So it's the main building where we have dean's office, we have library, we have other offices. International student and scholar office is here in this building, and you can see our official football ground there. And the buildings are all around the area where you can find 6 residence hall for undergraduate students, 2 residence hall for graduate students, and multiple buildings for our School of Business Engineering and Computers. We also have School of Health and Science, and also we have another school which is situated within University of Bridgeport. As you can see, as I told you already, we have 1,200 international students. Our total population is more than 4,600 students now. We not just offer bachelor's and master's, but we also have doctoral program. And also UB is one of the only 3 Connecticut universities included in Carnegie classification system. So we are very accredited, let's say very popular, and also well accredited in US. So it's a private university fully accredited by New England Commission of Higher Education. So, and we see students coming from more than 80 countries. As you can see, we're very good with international students. We rank 3rd highest in the region for percentage of international students. We rank 39th in the entire USA for the most ethnically diverse student body. So coming to Bridgeport, you will be close to your home. You'll find someone or the other from your own country. If not, then you'll have lots of students from South Asia region. And also good to know that UB has the largest graduate engineering program in Connecticut, and we are 2nd largest graduate engineering school in New England. Now the popular courses. These are the courses offered to an international student, out of which let's say every course is very, very popular at UB, but as a visa success ratio, if you take courses like computer engineering technology, computer science, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, health science, and also the popular course would be business and administration. And we have a new course, Business Analytics and Intelligence, for those who want to do good in business analytics part, and also BS Biology, where you can find biotechnology, molecular biology, and all those kind of things inside biology. So you will be interested in that if you are from a science background and you want to do good something in biology. So that was for undergraduate, whereas for master's program, for graduate level, you can see some good courses like artificial intelligence, which is getting very, very popular. Analytics and systems, equally popular. In MBA, we also have MBA and MBA healthcare management, which is getting very, very popular these days. We have all the engineering as we have it in undergraduate program, all computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, plus In the graduate level, we also have biomedical engineering, which is very, very popular. Next is criminal justice and human security. We have it for undergraduate, we have it for graduate level as well. So very, very popular course, guys. If we're going for criminal justice and human security, there is a very, very high visa chances. And also you can go for technology management if you are from BBS or BBA background. Then for master's level, you can get a management course including plus IT, that is technology management for you guys. And for doctoral program, we have 4 PhD programs. If you're interested, that's on your screen. Now, we also have English language school, but it's better you provide English language test. We are not test optional. That means medium of instruction of English does not work for University of Bridgeport. We need to have good score in IELTS and PTE, Duolingo. We accept all the major test scores, as you can see on the screen. Our application process is very, very simple. As we waive off application fee, you do not have to pay anything for application fee. That means you can apply to University of Bridgeport today. And then the only thing that we require is all transcripts and letter of recommendation, statement of purpose. If you know which course you're applying for, just write a 2-pager statement of purpose. That should be enough. We'll provide you an acceptance letter or decision letter, as we say, so that you can know what scholarship you qualify for. That will make you easy to make decision. And I'm sure better the scholarship, you'll get better chances for your visa, and you'll be happy to come to University of Bridgeport. So now let's see what are the fees here. So fees, even if it looks like undergraduate has the fee of 32,860, we provide scholarship to deserving students up to 20,000 a year for undergraduate program. That means all undergraduate program in the US is for 4 years. So if you receive $20,000 scholarship for the first year, then it's $80,000 scholarship for all 4 years. So that is a huge scholarship that we provide to promote international students, to help and support international students, to motivate them to get a degree, to give a good degree to international students. So that means if it's $32,860 a year, the tuition fee, and you get 20,000 scholarship, your tuition fee will come down to 12,860, making it the most affordable university with the standard that we provide. It will be the best place to go. So there is no other choices, right? So if you have your course listed in our course list, then University of Bridgeport is where you want to go. Graduate courses are already affordable, as we have ranging from $14,000 to $18,000 only. That's a full first the yearly tuition fee, which is already affordable. But for deserving students coming from any part of Southeast Asia or South Asia region, we can provide up to $5,000 for the first year. That means that will be a big support. Your fee might come down to 13,000 even for master's program. So that is what we are looking for. We want to motivate international students to come to UB, and believe it or not, we have a very high placement ratio. That means once you graduate from UB, high chances that you'll have something or the other in your hand before you graduate. If not, after graduation, you will be getting a good chances for your OPT, for your internship, for your work, to practice what you have learned. You will have something or the other in your hand. So those are the things very important at University of Bridgeport. And I look forward for you guys to come to University of Bridgeport. I'll open the floor for questions. If you have any, just type in your questions and I'll try to answer them.
Awesome, Jackson, Mr. Jackson. That was fantastic. Quick information about the programs, the entry requirements, the English proficiency, the GPA, and of course, the location itself is great. The programs that you offer at grad levels as well as undergrad, it's phenomenal. And we have actually students interested in so many programs that you just shared with us. Even the students who are with the liberal arts background, like social sciences and all, and they might not find like right programs to apply for at the graduate level. So you just mentioned like you have criminal justice or human security, something like that.
Yeah.
And
And also, Pawan, I would like to
yes,
add here,
yeah,
we also accept 3 years bachelor's degree. So all the social science the
yeah,
certificates that come from Nepal, I can see that they have done 3 years of humanities course as a bachelor's of social work. We accept that as well, no problem at all. If they have good GPA 3 and above, then we can waive off GRE GMAT requirement as well. So they do not have to go for GRE GMAT. Even if from +2 they want to go to bachelor's level, we can waive off SAT and ACT requirements. So there is no requirement to go for SAT. If you are receiving
all right,
$20,000 scholarship is the maximum that we provide for undergraduate level. So if someone is getting $20,000 scholarship, so this giving SAT or going for SAT and ACT, that will not increase their scholarship because 20,000 is the maximum that we are providing. So if they can do that, and if they can get a good GPA in +2, they don't even have to go for SAT and ACT tests.
absolutely. That's another advantage of like joining University of Bridgeport. Of course, this pandemic has hit hard, like to everybody, not just to the students. So we understand, like their difficulty in taking the test in time. Like many centers were closed across the globe, and especially in our region, like in South Asia as well. And but you guys like at the university have waived those standardized tests and there's SAT and like GRE as well, so which is a great opportunity. Even like you do not require to have them mailed to the students. That means you are also saving time and money on behalf of students. Like, I mean, you don't need to courier your I-20 at the moment, like it digitally is provided. So
not just not just we are saving them on I-20, but
Mhm.
we also do not have WES and ECE evaluation that they need to do. So they
Right.
can save like $150 for evaluation. They
Mm.
say they're already saving more than $100 for the shipping cost, right? For their I-20,
Mhm.
we send them the digital copy. They can use that digital copy for now for the embassy purpose, or to pay the service fee, or for whatever purpose they want to use their I-20 for. So we are saving them a lot, and there's no application fee. See how much we are saving. So we are already saving them $300-400 before coming to University of Bridgeport. And
Mhm.
once they are here, we will also help them to find on-campus employment if they are qualified enough. We also, for graduate level, we provide teaching assistantship, graduate assistantship, research assistantship, whatever is there. It's a research university where we are running more than 12, 13 laboratories where we do lots of research work. So it's a research center in Bridgeport where everyone from New England come to University of Bridgeport when they have to do a big conference kind of thing, which is related to NASA or military service or whatever it is. So we are parallelly running lots of labs here where students will get lots of good opportunity working alongside their professor, working alongside their researchers, and then do very good with research work as well.
That's even better. Thank you for highlighting those. And yes, like that makes University of Bridgeport of rights-wise for many international students, including from Nepal. All right. So for agents, like and also for students. Firstly, the students, of course, the ultimate students, clients. I mean, clients we are targeting on. Students, how do they connect with you? Like,
Okay. So connection is regarding University of Bridgeport. It's very simple. J Subedi, JSUBEDI @bridgeport.edu. That's my email address right in your screen. So if you can write me in this email address, even if you're a student, your student's parents, or you are brother, sister of any probable candidate whom you want to send it to US and you don't know which university to choose, so write me an email and I will be writing it back to you. So, and also, as I said, like it's a very we have made this process very simple, just to promote international students, just to remove all the hassles for international students. We process, believe it or not, Pawan, we have not yet started providing the acceptance letter. We will start from this week, but we have already received more than 100 applications from South Asia region. right? More than 100 applications already. We have not started, but
Mhm.
this time January is looking very, very big. We do not have any mid intake, let's say October, November intake. So we are processing directly for January for spring 2022. So if you can write to me, then I will provide you all the answers, and then most probably you will be a right fit for University of Bridgeport, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that information and your willingness to support them more. Definitely, we need that, and the students would be happy to connect with you. And of course, your prospective agents in Nepal and across other parts of Asia. Yeah, I've just shared, like you said, your email address.
Mhm.
Yes, you definitely gonna see many emails coming to your inbox pretty soon. I believe that. So let's take some questions here, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
Um, how about the scholarships, the criteria, if you could say? I know you mentioned a little bit. So how do you apply for them?
Okay, so for scholarship, it's an auto qualification. Once you apply for any course at University of Bridgeport, whether it be bachelor's level or a master's level, you auto qualify for scholarship. Now, what's the criteria? If you have good GPA, let's say the admission team will do that. I'm not the one deciding on the scholarship, but I can tell you the range. If you have good GPA, let's say 3.4, 3.5 and above, then you'll get the maximum scholarship for sure, right? So that is undergraduate 20,000, for graduate $5,000, and then now if you have, let's say, mid GPA, let's say 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, then the admission team will make the decision on your behalf, looking at what you have done in the past and what course are you selecting to come to University of Bridgeport. Based upon that and your SOP that you'll be writing, right? A very basic 2-page SOP. Why you want to come to University of Bridgeport? We call it personal statement. So once the admission team will check on your personal statement, and then there you'll write why you should get the maximum scholarship. If they're happy with that, you might get maximum scholarship even with less GPA, right? So we'll leave the decision to them, but it's an auto qualification. You submit your academics. Looking at your academics, we will make a decision on the scholarship. So there is no any extra form that you have to fill up. Parties are submit it to the scholarship team. Then there will be a big competition. Then they will find out top 5 or 10 students getting scholarship. No, every student will get scholarship. It depends upon your academic score, how much you will be getting the scholarship.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that information. Thank you, Subham, for that question. That was very a great question here. And as a follow up, we have Nissan Gautam. He wants to know, if you could assure, the scholarship amount stands for the consecutive years, let's say, second or third.
Okay. So undergraduate program is for 4 years. So once the student receives the scholarship for the first year, they will continue that scholarship for every year until they graduate.
All right.
Let's say, for example, if they fail to maintain the GPA, let's say they had 3.2, but now after reaching US, they started getting 2.5. Then they might be warned by the faculty member saying that, hey, you have a low score, better maintain your GPA, otherwise you might lose your scholarship. But as an international recruiter, I would like to give scholarship as much as possible, and will give it for each year for undergraduate program. Whereas for master's program, $5,000 is the maximum scholarship that the students will be getting for only first year. So thank you, Nishant, for your question. So for masters, it's for first year. For bachelors, it's for all 4 years. So each year they will be getting the same scholarship again and again.
Yeah, thank you, Nissan, for that question. And yes, we had Susan Zonkower who was asking about the same, the scholarships. I hope, Susan, you got your answers here. Yeah, based on your GPA, of course, like Mr. Jackson just highlighted, you could get a scholarship amount in different ranges. So you just should start your application, and that is automatically determined, uh, automatically uh,
You
offered.
qualify, yeah,
Yeah, qualified.
automatically you qualify for scholarship.
Mhm.
The exact amount will be decided by the admission team.
Exactly. Yep. But you have a good chance, higher the GPA, better amount of scholarship, they're always there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that. We have Saker asking for a deadline for Canada intake, or if you are talking about US, the deadline is approaching soon. It's like rolling basis, like Mr. Jackson just like told us. So sooner the better. As you know, we have challenges in securing the visa appointments in Nepal and in India as well. Thanks to New Delhi visa consulate for US, because they allowed so many Nepalese students to go through the interview process, and the visa issuance rate was so high, a record number this time, and we feel proud. And also to the US Embassy in Nepal, as always, who did their great job in helping in granting the visas to Nepalese students. We hope, the appointments are easier and smoother in coming days. So we advise you to apply sooner. Okay, so you'll get the I-20s, the admission later sooner, so you can go to the embassy in no time.
Okay,
So
For Shaker, I would like to add, it's like this: you don't wait for all the documents that you need to collect, right? Whatever you have to make a decision, we just need your academic and your English score. So we just need these two. We don't even need your passport to make a decision on the scholarship, right? On the scholarship, whether you qualify or not, whether the program is good fit for you or not. So for that, we just need academics and English scores. If you have these two, you can apply today. And then at the end, to get the I-20, then comes your passport, then comes your statement of purpose, then comes your letter of recommendation, then comes your bank certificate and everything to get the I-20, which will come later, right? So first you'll be getting your decision letter or your acceptance letter. So for that acceptance letter, you don't have to wait. You can apply today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Mr. Jackson, for that. Yes, we have so many ways to apply sooner and get your decision sooner as well. Why? Because the admission team would like to see first your academics, and then go through your funds, by the family or your sponsor, and also your English proficiency. So it happens step by step. So why not start now, than waiting for everything to be on hand. So that way it could be smarter way. All right, thank you. Mr. Jackson just mentioned, you need to have all your academics ready. The first thing, of course, the passport. And if you're taking the LTS, yeah, don't hesitate, you can still start your application. We at Bradford would be happy to take your application and process forward to Mr. Jackson and his team at University of Bridgeport. All right. So thanks on that. I'm just checking, we have a few more questions here. I'll just bring that up. I'm sorry, bring that up for you on the screen. Right here we have, okay, maximum scholarship masters. I think we talked a lot about scholarship. Sandeep, if you still need to hear, please write us now. And Duolingo accepted or not? Yeah.
Yes, we accept Duolingo. We accept all the major test score. Someone was asking me about TOEIC course test score last day, and I said that yes, we accept that as well. We accept TOEIC, we accept TOEFL, we accept IELTS, we accept PTE, we accept Duolingo, we accept everything in as an English score. What we don't accept is medium of instruction, right? So even if you have done English, done all the course in English, and you come from a non-English speaking country, then we need a test score.
Absolutely, because they need to know if you know English in a better level or not. So to study at the campus, of course, this is English speaking country, I mean America. So you need to prove yourself you are proficient in English language. So yeah, either of this medium of test, you could prove yourself. Like Mr. Jackson just explained about PTE, Duolingo, TOEFL, and IELTS. By the way, guys, Duolingo has been very popular, as it is just very quick preparation, test preparation, as well as the results is just received in 2 days or 3 days time. So they say it's easier, I don't know. So but it helps a lot when the test centers for IELTS, TOEFL not open that much. All right. So Yeah, like I'm showing on the screen that the required documents and for making a application. If you're ready, of course, all your academics and passport to start with, then the English proficiency, as well as your balance certificate about your funding. And anything else like about choosing the right programs for you, please connect with us at Bradford through this Facebook page. We are active on that, and then we'll be responding to your queries in in timely and very quick, I would say, fashion. All right. So, Mr. Jackson, so what was the challenges when embassies were not issuing the enough interview slots to our students in Nepal, uh, in India? So, what was the situation like? If you could share.
Okay. Yes, very good question, Pawan. Thank you.
Mhm.
Actually, the situation was we were continuously trying. We were continuously pushing the students, motivating them to apply. We issued n numbers of emergency letter, right? Emergency letters for the embassy purpose to get a slot whenever they were not open. They were open. Like very less openings were there. They used to provide dates with emergency letters, right? So we started from that. Later on, they open up, and also from India they open up. We saw students going to India. We provide them letter to go to India, like all the supporting letters to request embassy to give them a chance to apply for a visa. Later on, it was like everyone would wanted to go to India. We also got very good success from Nepal as well. So we were issuing like whenever there were no dates, then we were issuing letter to the embassy saying that requesting them to provide some date for you guys so that you guys are qualified enough to come to University of Bridgeport. So those were the challenges. And later on, as everything was open, we saw students going to India and Nepal, and then we were getting success from both Nepal and India. So it was a very good like a very good end at the end for fall. So it was very good visa success ratio, and we plan to replicate that success, and also plan to get lots of visas for this spring, and then it's getting very big. So let's see. Hopefully there will be no close down at this moment, right, until December, so that we can see a good visa coming up for University of Bridgeport.
Absolutely, fingers crossed, and yeah, definitely we will hit that numbers again for University of Bridgeport from our side as well. And yeah, all the best. Yeah, dear students, yes, there is no harm learning about the programs and the process to the University of Bridgeport in the US. Yeah, this program is mainly focused on those sort of challenges you might be facing, and you don't know who to contact to and how to start the process with. So Bradford is here, Mr. Jackson is with us. We just can reach him, and then he is a very reachable guy, and then we often get answer in just in like minutes, or if not in a few hours. So
And also Pawan,
mhm.
as you mentioned at the start of the presentation, like there's also UNK that I look after. So for
Yeah.
UNK, if someone in the audience are thinking that, oh, it's so expensive or I don't qualify for good scholarship, you don't need to worry at all, because UNK, University of Nebraska Kearny, has a course, very affordable course for all the students. For all the students, every students who has 2.0 GPA and above, they qualify for $4,000 scholarship at the UNK, making it very affordable. Less than $15,000 will be your tuition fee. So, and even if you have 2.0, 2.1, 2.2 until 2.9, then you might also qualify for $4,000 scholarship irrespective of your score. If you qualify at UNK, you get $4,000 scholarship straight away, right?
Mhm.
So that's the big news. Another good news about UNK is they have waived off the application fee until 31st October. So we have 2 months, right,
Mhm.
for UNK without paying any fee. You can apply to UNK. That's a bonus that I'm providing it to you in this session of University of Pittsburgh.
Thank you for adding up, and of course, this is another winner in the market as well. We have Mr. Dr. Mahabir Poon, the the founder of Nepal Invention Center, Aviskar Kendra. So he was also alumni, actually did his PhD from that university, I guess. So this is great university. Affordable, of course, tuition, as Jackson just mentioned, you got 4,000 in average. Like everybody's receiving 4,000 if you are eligible for admission. Let's say you are eligible, and then you get that scholarship amount. And yeah, actually, the fee structure would be around $10,000 a year. But again, you need to see which programs fits in for you, and if location matters to you or not, and many other steps many other things to consider, of course. This is great for undergrad programs, I would say. But for University of Bridgeport, and if you think price is something that you are actually looking at, then if you're price sensitive, in another word, you gotta apply for masters at University of Bridgeport and University of Nebraska Kearny, Nebraska Kearny, for undergrad programs. All right. So we have Nishant here, back again. Thank you, Nishant. UNK requirement. So I believe it is 5 and 5. Jackson, if I'm
Now it's six. It's
All
they say
right.
six because UNK, UB, all these universities, they have their own English language school,
Uh-huh.
right? So if they have their English language school, once you provide 5.5 IELTS, they want to push you to take an English course. So
Mhm.
even taking one English course for a semester will easily cost you $5,000-6,000, right? So that's why it's IELTS 6. But when I say IELTS 6, if it's overall 6, but one band has 5.5, I can still push that application.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yes, like you heard that just now, even 5 and 5 can still apply, but it's not the case for everybody. We just look at it on case by case basis. Jackson, thanks for clearing that out. Hope, Nishant, you got your answer here. And I want to thank everybody who joined us today and wishing us greetings like morning. Thank you, Yasuda. Thank you, Saroz, Amrit, Susan Kuwar, Sekhar, Nissan, Deepak, and Subham, Manohar Sharma. So I think we actually missed that question from him. So can we get to that question now? Like full scholarship available or not, based on
Okay.
GRE or academic?
Yeah. So thank you, Manor, for the question. Actually, we are a private university accredited by New England Commission of Higher Education.
Mhm.
So we have maximum scholarship for graduate level until $5,000 only, right? So our graduate program ranges from 14,000 to 18,000, out of which deserving student will get $5,000 scholarship. But we do not have full scholarship. Students may qualify for full scholarship after they reach University of Bridgeport and they talk to their professor and get graduate assistantship, teaching assistantship, or research assistantship. If they get those kind of assistantship, maybe the tuition fee will be waived off for those kind of students who get qualified. But from here, when you apply, you get maximum of $5,000 scholarship, and then there is no any let's say no guarantee for full scholarship. I cannot do that. It's the responsibility of the student who, once they get there at University of Bridgeport, talk to their professors and try to get some kind of assistantship, and that might be a very handsome scholarship that they might be getting at UB.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Manohar. I hope you got your answer, and of course, uh, there are so many universities and college here, and of course the programs varies from all these requirements about the standardized taste you just mentioned, Mr. Jackson, even this GRHC mat or a SAT or all this some would require and many would not. It all depends which programs and where you're applying to. But at Bridgeport at the moment, no GRE required, and it is based on the academic. Of course, you get the admission and higher the academic GPA, then you're gonna get higher amount of scholarships. And it's not based on GRE, but GRE could support if you got a little less than required GPA, I would say. All right. Okay. And see if we got anything else right now. Yes, Subham here. Thank you, Subham. We'll be looking forward to next webinar. Of course, this is the first one of this like month. This is 1st of September here in US, and second there in Nepal. So we love to do it again for many other partner universities here. Definitely this is with that objective, and I'm sure you loved it today. I Because I started with Mr. Jackson, and I thought like he is the right person to start with. And with the success, like 240 visa, it's not a joke, for any universities to get it from to get it from this mess, everybody going through different challenges due to the COVID, and still we are getting a good number of visas. So this is great, and you could imagine how good university and then the programs itself, and how hard Jackson and his team have been working towards your success this way. Thanks again for that. And then Jackson, I think probably this is the last question here for the show, as we covered so many things here, and we encourage our students to connect with us or connect with you directly. So can I apply without IELTS or for US? This is the question
Okay.
for me, I guess.
Yeah, for University of Bridgeport, no, you
Mhm.
cannot. But I think, Pawan, you can answer that better because of the
Sure.
range of universities that you have.
Sure.
So for University of Bridgeport, we cannot accept, but there might be other universities with Pawan.
Yeah, I take that question for you, Cecile. Absolutely, there are many universities in the United States that still accept you without IELTS, but you should understand, whether you will be coming here first for the English language studies or directly into the academic programs or the degree. All right. But if you are talking about coming into the degree program without any English test IELTS, TOEFL, or this Duolingo or even PTE, then only few options on the table for you, because there is no way that they could just verify your English label than just academic degree, okay, which is not sufficient, because every single student must have that academic background, academic degree, okay, certificate. But that is not sufficient to let them understand your English label. That means you still got to go with some standardized some popular testing systems like IELTS or TOEFL or SAT, or at least Duolingo. These days, Duolingo is quite popular and is very easy, they say. And yeah, of course it is, many of our students have shared with us, and less expensive as well. Just for $49, you could register for the test, and you could get the results in just 48 to 72 hours time. And many of the universities here in the United States accept this score at the moment, which they would not accept in that large scale. But now, because of this pandemic, they are accepting. So this is the chance for you. All right, so what you can do is you still can apply, but in the meantime, I encourage you to take IELTS, because that gives you better understanding of your programs, your university, and even for day-to-day life. After coming to the United States, it helps you, because IELTS, I believe, is just not about showing your English level, rather getting into the practical life as an international student. So to cope up with the challenges, the day-to-day activities here, it is very helpful. All right. So I strongly advise you. We at Bradford offer that program. We got very good instructors, and our students are happy with us. And at least 5.5 IELTS is required if you are talking about IELTS, or TOEFL 59, the minimum, or Duolingo. Then we have 80 plus would be required. If it is PTE, then we have 44 plus score is also fine. All right, so the minimum score that I just mentioned would be those. So please feel free to start your application if you're ready, or get some advice first about choosing the right programs for you. In the meantime, we'll prepare with the class for those tests at our institution. All right, hope that answers your question, and I'm happy to direct you to our office on this numbers as on the screen now. All right, so Jackson, I think I highly believe that this program has been very effective, very informative to our prospective students, and I must appreciate your time, and look forward to working more closely with you for our aspiring Nepalese students. And yes, if you want to have any suggestion or message to us or to the future students for directing them to University of Bridgeport or any university in the US, I mean, like why they should don'ts and do's, or such things about their plans to study in the US, if you can just share a little bit.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for one. Thank you for the opportunity first, like first webinar for this season, and
Mhm.
you selected me, so I appreciate your support. And then also, thing is, I've been very like I think I've been very helpful for all the Nepalese students, as I'm also Nepali, so I am being very helpful. So what I say is, you don't need to just come to University of Bridgeport. You select the university that's there, select the best course that you fit in, and then apply to US, right? So the major thing should be studying in US, right? Then after, select the best course that you have, that you want to go to, and then look for the colleges which offer that course, and then apply to any university. Because if, let's say, if I don't want to say everyone come to University of Bridgeport, because I may not be able to handle you guys if thousands of applications will come in, right? So that's
Mhm.
why it's for selected university, for selected student. So if you qualify for any university that's there, apply, get a good deal, get a good scholarship, and then check your offers. Not just go for money, let's say, not just go for affordability. Look after the rankings and the quality of education that you'll be getting out of that university, and then compare it. Some might select affordability based upon the background that they have. Some might select quality based, other than affordability, right? So it's your decision. Calculate your decision and then make a right choice. There are agencies like Bradford Global will be helping you out, not just in your application process, but also prepare you for your interview, prepare you for your English test, and everything, so that you will feel more confident when you stand in front of the visa officer. That's what is required. The majority of the decisions, almost 80% of the decisions, is made while you stand in front of the visa officer and answer the questions, right? So for
Absolutely.
US, it's not about documents that you collect, it's about your presence, your answer in front of the visa officer. The course selection, the university selection is the key to USA. So if you do that very well, if you get a good agency, if you process your application through very expert agencies as Bradford Global, I am sure you'll get the success in your hand and a positive decision, and you will travel to US this spring intake.
Absolutely. And thanks for those nice words. And of course, like we are in this business for 15 years now as the US consulting agency, we are often called as, and we take that pride. For many international students have been processing through Bradford, and then we represent so many universities here. And then our team is expert on that, and we take privilege to work with our partner agents across the globe, and this way, we are helping many more students every day. So I think we got two more questions here, and I want to just answer them real quick. Sandeep, thanks for your question again, and I I surely think that is acceptable, because mostly Indian qualifications are 3 years qualification. So these are accepted in most of our Bradford Global's university, including University of Bridgeport. And if you want to share something more, Mr. Jackson, that would be
Yes, Sandeep, you have done 3 years of BCA, so that's computer application, I guess. So if it's 78%, you can directly go for that 2-3 courses in a graduate level at University of Bridgeport. Either you go for AI, artificial intelligence, like Masters of Artificial Intelligence. You go for computer science masters, or you can also go for technology management, as I said. So how to manage technology with lots of tools that's there. So those are the 3 courses. And if you have 78%, I let's say, don't take it like the final decision, but you should be walking away with $5,000 scholarship. That's the maximum provided to master student for the first year. So you should be getting $5,000 scholarship. So if you are ready with all your documents, send it to Bradford Global and apply today.
absolutely. Thank you, Jackson. And the last question would be, what about the scholarship for IT? Okay, I think we talked a lot about this question here. For UB, University of Bridgeport, like we have here today, it's about like up to 20,000 scholarship as well if you're talking about undergrad, and if it is masters, and up to 8,000 also available. So it all depends on your GPA. So for many universities that Bradford Global represents, including University of Bridgeport, we have universities and that offers up to 100% scholarship as well. I mean, tuition is scholarship, or even full ride is scholarship, meaning that covers everything, like room and board and all that stuff. So just let us know about your educational qualification, and then like we can be able to give you more detailed information. And know that just don't require SAT score for a scholarship, because our scholarship amount ranges from even 1,000 to 30,000, or let's say in percentage, up to 100% scholarship as well. So it's all about like your academic background, as well as your RTS or such a testing score, plus like how you represent yourself, like in your personal statement, or let's say your personal essay. So called SOP, but these are all different in terms. I mean, in the way how you should present yourself, like, but as a common word, these are the things. So we'll guide you. We at Bradford are expert on that, and definitely will help you. Okay. And many of our universities, like University of Bridgeport, do not charge any application fee, and that's the beauty of like yourself applying through Bradford. So please come uh, get guidance from us, and we'd be happy to help you out. All right. Thanks, Ganga. And Sandeep says thank you for joining us and asking those questions. Please feel free to connect with us or directly to Mr. Jackson. We'd be happy to take your application further. All right. So I'm so excited that we got so many viewers asking great questions here. Thank you, Jackson, for your time and your wonderful message to the aspiring students from Nepal, especially. And yeah, like how about like agents who are actually very interested in working with you? So what's the message like? Are you able to like meet with them, call like have their calls, and then explain about your university? So what is it like?
Thank you. So for all the agents who are interested, like I am doing virtual sessions, a lot of virtual sessions every day. So if you are interested, I can give you a session. I can tell you more about University of Bridgeport, what kind of students to select for University of Bridgeport and other universities that I represent. So I can give you a direct presentation on everything. Now regarding getting applications to University of Bridgeport, I'm looking for like good agents. If you are very good and you think that you can apply, you can send students to University of Bridgeport. Maybe I can help you with that as well. So we're looking for performing ones. So let's shoot me an email, and then we'll discuss. And let's see how it goes. If it looks promising, then I don't mind getting you on board as well.
Absolutely. And once again, the email address is this.
Yeah.
And yeah, feel free to connect with Jackson directly. Okay. And for any guidance, please, Bradford is here for you, and we'd love to have you. All right. So that was a great message to agents, and we at Bradford are like doing our job, like for all like students and even the prospect agents who could think about their students applying to the universities like University of Bridgeport. All right. And yeah, we must thank all the people, lovely people who join us today, and we want to wish you a very safe stay and successful processing if you are processing to the United States. And yes, we at Bradford are ready to welcome you and take your application further to the University of Bridgeport and 200 other universities that we represent. We're giving you best options and best guidance, so you could get your visa and then come continue your studies in the United States. All right. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, and it's a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you very much, Pawan. And thank you, all the audience, for such a lovely question. And then this is time for USA. It has not been better before. So it's time that you apply and then get your education from USA. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you. And yes, this is time for USA. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stay cool. All right, and that was about the University of Bridgeport session, and I hope you enjoyed it, and it was very informative, I guess. And please let us know at Bradford, and we have the details to contact us on the screen. And yes, we have so many universities and opportunities for you about like application. There could be some pre-application stuff, or like as provided by this universities. We'll let you know. And yeah, please feel free to come visit us. All right. Okay. And yes, so this is the first of this September about live events, and we will be back. Actually, I'll be back, and I love to do these sessions more and more next week. And so, all right. Thank you. Stay safe. Namaste. Bye bye.